Battlers, I am back. Welcome to another episode of the United Podcast Roster Review Edition. Well, Battlers, that's right. It is the dawn of our first home game of the season after a triumphant return after defeating both the Cowboys and the Sea Eagles far away from home. But our opponent this week is significantly better. Another undefeated team that has also overcome with injury and has also convincingly beaten their two teams. Their two teams happen to be premiership contenders. That's right. The Waz are coming to town, baby. After huge wins against the Roosters and last year's minor premiers last week, the Raiders, the Warriors, much like ourselves, are absolutely chock-a-block, full of confidence and looking to continue their red-hot form. But unlike us, Battlers, they have yet to travel. So how will they fare in the McDonald Jones Stadium arena in front of thousands of screaming Battlers who are just absolutely frothing at the bit to watch this new Newcastle Knights football brand be played before their very eyes? Well, tonight we are breaking down that upcoming game. Not only are we going to be doing that, we'll be taking a look at our Metal Man player battle matchup. We'll be taking a look at your grain-fed lock-it-ins. So make sure you start firing those in, Battlers. Get in your predictions for the game, as well as answering your get-out-alive fire safety training burning questions. So, Battlers, sit back, get ready, as we take a look at the Justin Holbrook outlook of our upcoming Round 3 clash against the Waz, baby. Let's go. All right, Lou, time to hit it. Chew on that. Now, do you know who can go goddamn chew on that? Bill Gates. And more specifically, Windows. Now, Battlers, once we finish wrapping up here on the live show, that's when the whole editing and getting everything out where it needs to be gets done, right? Now, we just purchased a brand new laptop that is state-of-the-art. We're very, very happy with it, Lou, aren't we?
Yes, very much so. It's technology has come a long way.
It's a big game changer from what we were using. But anyways, look, what gave me the absolute shits is the final thing we do once the live stream goes live, we then re-upload it as a video to YouTube. I did that. It was going to take forever, so I thought I'm going to leave it, go to bed, wake up in the morning, it's all done for me, baby. Nah, come down the very next morning to find that Windows has just decided I'm just going to do a bloody update. Screw what Link wants to do. Screw his video and upload and that. I'm just going to randomly, just do an update and just squash everything and just turn the laptop off. Pissed me off deluxe. Ruined my day. Not happy. Not happy, Jan. So your boy got back to it. Got it up. It was ready for you, but still, Windows, chew on that. Seriously, who just goes and pauses a man's work to go update something? Fucking, could you imagine driving a Tesla and it just pulls over on the side of the road and just doesn't update? Just slams the brakes on and doesn't update. Like, what are we doing?
Computer says no.
Computer says no. So go chew on that. Go chew on that. And let's be honest, Battlers, if you're going to chew on a hot take, you might as well chew on something absolutely elite. Beach jerky has flavors for everyone, from the classics to the ones that hit you harder than a front rower. So, Battlers, seriously, go visit beachjerky.net and go get yourself a bag of some game day fuel. It is seriously elite stuff. Go support some local Newy boys who are doing some good things at beachjerky.net. All right, Battlers, if you haven't done so already, what are you doing? Go find us on all your social media platforms. I know you're all over them. All right, whether it's YouTube, X, fucking TikTok, whatever it is, wherever you use it, Punch in the United, go follow us, baby. And if you haven't done so already, go leave us a big 5-star review, all right? I know there's plenty of yous that are listening that haven't gotten around to doing it. Seriously, what are you doing? Have a look at yourself. Leave us a 5-star review. Now, this one goes out to all our Kiwi brothers and sisters. Kia ora to you guys, all right? I know you guys are tuning in. I know every time we play, you guys are infiltrating the chat. Are they in the chat? I'm sure there will be some. You're very welcome to.
Still coming in.
They're still coming in? Well, look, you're very much welcome in. I know you listen to it after the fact. I know you guys reveled in me absolutely losing my shit last time we faced each other when you ripped my heart out of my ass Lekia Haliasima. Thank you very much. But yeah, much love to you guys. This is honestly one of the matchups we really love. Lou and I love the WA supporters. We feel like we build a very friendly alliance, okay? There's some clubs I absolutely despise, and there's some that I love. And you guys are like, what did you say before? They're like a favorite cousin, right?
Yeah, that cousin rivalry.
Yeah, it's kind of a bit of that. There's obviously a little bit of something there. We both want to win, okay? We both want to stay undefeated, but a lot of love between the two. A lot of love. Yeah, we're all fam. I think there's a really good thing built between the battlers and the WA supporters. So do us a solid. Go do that for us. Now, if you do want to support us here at the Night, you can do so for as little as $5 per month. And we haven't adjusted this for what do you call it? Inflation. Everything else is going up, but we're not. We're setting the prices. They're staying battlers. You don't have to worry. We're not the goddamn RBA. We're not going to jack that up on you. $5 a month goes a long, long way to support us here. We're just a couple of independent battlers trying to give you guys quality content each and every week. All right? That's what we're doing. We've made the sacrifice. Lou, no work for her. She's gone full time. We're leaning all in, baby. That's the big grand plan. All right, we want to give you guys the best quality content that we can, and that will go a long, long way to support us. Now, look, if you want to get the keys into the exclusive, all right, Club Nitanium Discord channel, $10 a month, baby, you're in. You got the keys. Come on in. Very cathartic. Well, it hasn't really been cathartic this season, but it certainly was last year. It was worth every goddamn cent for what we went through last year. But look, if you feel like you're a bit of a throbber, you're a bit of a winner, and you feel like you can predict what the Newcastle Knights are going to do each and every week, and you want to get your hands on this bad boy, that's right, the Lock It In 2026 Championship belt. And this is no cheap fucking knockoff bloody costume shop belt. This is proper Nitanium forged kind of gear, all right? $25 a month is going to get you keys into the Lock It In competition. So if you feel like you can predict what Justin Holbrook and co are going to do every week for the Knights, come on in, baby. It's a lot of fun, highly competitive, and the inaugural champion, he's looking to go back-to-back, so stop the dynasty. But yes, all right. Now, look, no United news. None. I don't know if that's ever happened before. There's literally nothing to report, which, given what we had to report last show with our boy Dylan Brown here, all right, and our boy Kalen Ponga over here, kind of fucked up that the only two heads I own are, $2.3 million worth of talent that are currently not playing in our team. What's that about, Lou? Anyways, so
it's like you're on a cooking show. Sorry, I was just staring into their eyes.
Yeah, I don't blame you. No blame there. So yeah, after the shitty night of news segment we had last time, so nothing to report this time. We're just going to dive head on first into this upcoming clash against the Waz and the Newcastle Knights. That's right. Now, the Newcastle Knights traveling back to McDonald Jones Stadium to play. I should know this. What's how extremely unprofessional of me. I think it was at 2 or 3 o'clock on Saturday. How do I not know this? 3 o'clock. Is that right? I fucking always get this wrong. It's 2 o'clock Queensland time. That would mean 1 o'clock, right? Yes. No. 3. Fuck. I fucking suck so much at time zones. We're behind them, aren't we? So yes.
We're behind them.
So we're 3. They're 3, right? Oh my God, I can't get this. I hate this. I fucking hate daylight. I wish we had daylight savings. It just kills me every single time. Anyways, regardless.
3 p.m.
3 p.m. Thank you very much. I'm a bloody idiot when it comes to time zones. Seriously, I'm hopeless. 3 p.m. All right. Kick off back home, McDonald Jones Stadium. As I said before, both teams, there's a lot of synergy. There's a lot of similarities between these two teams. All right. Both teams starting getting great wins. All right. I know the Warriors have played some absolute premiership contenders in the Roosters and the Raiders. We're probably playing teams that are going to be in the bottom 4. They've played some teams that are going to be probably pushing top 4, all right? They're going to be featuring finals football, but you can only play what's in front of you. But look, both teams overcome with injury. The Warriors, missing Charles Nickel-Clockstag, Luke Metcalf, Curdy Capewell, just to name a few. Mitch Barnett, which we might touch on a little bit later on the show. Much like us, as I said before, Dylan Brown, Kalen Ponga, obviously the 2 massive outs for the Newcastle Knights as well. So both teams having to overcome some pretty huge injuries, both undefeated. So both going to be wanting to go into this game and get the W and start the season really, really well. But let's do it. Let's jump right into it. Let's take a look at the spine that Justin Holbrook has named, that I called. I got the receipts on it on last night's show. Fletcher Hunt, ladies and gentlemen, has been named to start at fullback with Fletcher. Sharpe, he's back. That's right. 2 Fletchers in the mix. How good in the spine. Sandon Smith, your Titanium Forge Player of the Week last week. He'll be running out with the 7 jersey, and Kiwi International Phoenix Crossland at hooker. Moving across to our opposition in the Wars, Tane Tuapiki goes back to fullback with Chance Nickel-Clockstag. Another injury on the Wars, so he'll shift back there. Luke Hanson, who will make his debut, filling in for Chanel Harris-Tavita. Another injury, HIA, grade 1 last week against the Raiders, so he's obviously ruled out. Tanner Boyd, who I'm pretty sure if he was to run for Prime Minister of New Zealand, would win it in a goddamn landslide if it was held tomorrow. He must be the most famous man in New Zealand at the moment. So Tanner Boyd, we'll be getting to him again shortly. And Wade Egan playing hooker for the Wars. All right, fuck it. Let's do it. Let's jump into it. We're going to jump straight to our player battle matchup. This week is Tanner Boyd up against our boy Sandon Smith. Now, this matchup basically just the draws down to, at its simplest form, where both of these clubs are at. Both these guys, Luke Metcalf, who had a resounding breakout season last year, still coming back from an ACL, and then obviously Dylan Brown, our big, massive marquee guy, he's gone too. And both of these guys have stood up and absolutely killed it. So the similarities in the situations that these two find themselves in is pretty crazy. It's sort of sort of projects what both teams are going through at the moment, these two blokes. But yeah, Tanner Boyd, boy, oh boy, if Tanner Boyd continues to play the brand of football that he's played the first 2 weeks, we are in big, big trouble. Tanner Boyd was doing exactly what you want from a halfback, controlling territory, setting up tries, kicking goals, chiming in when he needed to score tries himself. He was fucking all over it. Got a bit of Joey about him at the moment. He's caught the Joey Johns, Tanner Boyd. Basically, he's been the glue that's been keeping this Warriors together, team together, and just have him absolutely flying at the minute. So he is going to be a guy that we do not want to give any time and space to, because that's what we keep saying here tonight. That's what halves thrive in. So we need to not give him any of that time and space, because he is in some absolute red hot form at the moment. But Sandon Smith, we, as I said before, picked up your Titanium Forge Player of the Week last week, got a stack of votes there. He came in and he performed brilliantly in the absence of Dylan Brown. Came in, did a great job there. So let's hope he can continue that form, because I keep saying it. He came to the club and he wanted this 7 jersey. He's got his wish. Unfortunately, it came at the cost of some pretty big injuries, but he's in the jersey that he wants to be in. So he has got a massive point to prove. And I have all of the confidence in the world that he's going to continue to play some really good brand of football, because that was a sort of the theme on last night's show, was confidence. We have some confidence back in this football team. I know we might get a little bit overhyped and we can only play who's in front of us, but I tell you what, the eye test is looking pretty bloody good, and don't undersell how important coming back home is. This is huge. Have we been going over to New Zealand? Look, you asked me the question before, Lou. You were very blunt, saying, how do you honestly feel about heading into this game? Am I anywhere near as confident as I was when I was flying over to Vegas? No. Am I as confident as I was last week when we played in Brookie? No, I am not. But I'm still giving us every chance. And that's no disrespect to the Wires. I know they're playing some great football. Love seeing it. But I just think there's something building in this home crowd. I'm telling you, they're frothing to see the boys run back out there and play this exciting brand of football. It's seriously taken us back to those 2023 vibes. I know we haven't got our big superstar boys there, but it's going to go a long, long way. So let's hope the crowd really gets behind him and gets this spine fit and firing. Now, another guy, Fletcher Hunt, I am so goddamn stoked this guy has been rewarded after a really, really good second half performance coming in for the injured Kalen Ponga. He was absolutely sensational. Great support play. Obviously bagged a try. When Dylan Brown broke through the middle of the Sea Eagles defense there. We know he's got the Uber X factor. We know he's all about that stuff. It seems like he's been doing a lot of the other stuff that you'd want to see from a young outside back, ticking those boxes. So to see him rewarded for that is sensational. Speaks volumes to where he is at the moment. The big one too, Fletcher Sharpe. Holy dooly. This stat will get you going. He has scored 13 tries in the past 11 games at McDonald Jones Stadium. 13 tries in 11 games at Mac Jones. So you can bet your ass he's going to be looking absolutely electric. Keep saying it. I think he was by far, if you had just highlights from every play, had only 25 minutes of their best work, his is the best thus far. He was so goddamn good. So it's just a shame. Obviously, he wasn't fit to play in Brookie, but fit and firing back now. I think we all are very confident. We got some inside mails to suggest he was good to go. He was touch and go against Manly, so you knew another week he was going to be good for it. Yeah, I'm sure the WAR supporters are sitting there going, one Fletcher's crazy enough. They have two Fletchers with rampaging mullets. Good luck. Don't know if you've had to come across that before, Waz, but
Harley said the two flying mullets will keep them on their toes.
oh, absolutely. That's a exciting brand of football. Like you got these two throbbers running around the mix. Seriously, it's going to be good stuff. Good stuff. Phoenix Crossland, he just continues to play really, really good football. Obviously adds that versatility as well. We know he shifted back into the halves and Harrison Graham came and did a great job there too. But again, he's been playing really, really good football as well. Yeah, obviously, another new halves pairing that the Wars have got here with Luke Hanson. Don't know much about Luke whatsoever. He makes his debut. Tell you what, going to be a tough debut coming to Newcastle. It's going to be packed out. The energy is going to be high. So he might have the jitters. He might be a bit nervous as well. So and more only added pressure put on Tanner Boyd, you would expect for that as well. Wade Egan, though, super handy hooker. Probably pretty unlucky not to get a call up into the Blues, to be honest. I think he's that sort of a caliber player coming over from Penrith. He's just continued to kick goals over for the Wars the past few seasons. Tane Tuilpiki, super X-Factor kind of guy as well. So he's a guy, give him an inch, and he is just going to run all over you. So another player that I'm sure Justin Holbrook and co want to really isolate, not give him any time and space, bloody lightning fast. So yeah, we want to try and isolate that and not get their back three into the game too much. Now, speaking of the back three, let's do it. Let's move into the outside backs, completely and utterly unchanged for the Newcastle Knights with our boy Dominic Young and Dane Gagai parked on the right edge with Brady Best, the beast himself, and Greg Marzu. Can we confirm are the braids still in? They better be. That home game, if he takes those braids out for our home game, super disappointing. Moving across, sorry, why didn't I put the Warriors outside backs in? Let me quickly bring that up. The outside backs of the Warriors, Dallin Wateni Zalesniak, Ali Lautawa, Adam Pompey, and Roger Tuivasa Sheck for the Wars. Now, much like the Sea Eagles, don't sleep on these outside backs. Weapons for the Wars. Truly, this is going to be a really, really good battle. And I think the Wars supporters even think the same. I think these are pretty equally matched. Yeah, obviously a huge part of these guys scoring a bunch of points, great finishes, strong ball carries as well. Andrew Webster has got these guys all on the same page, fit and firing as well. So I'm expecting a really, really good battle between the outside backs. I'm thinking statistically they're going to be pretty goddamn similar. So, but yeah, you guys let me know. Where's the battle matchup you're looking forward to there. All right, let's move along, shall we, to where am I at? The forwards. All right. Completely unchanged apart from one little asterisk here. We've got Dylan Lucas and Jermaine McEwen in the back row. Our boy, Big T Money, Trey Mooney, first home game at Newcastle. Thank you very much. With Jacob Saifidi in the starting prop position with Tyson Frizzell named. I know he was named at lock last week before the late switch, so keep your eyes peeled on that one. Moving across to our opposition, the man, it still pains me to say his name, Battlers. And any WAR supporters that are listening, Lekia Haliasima. Oh, that name should be banned in this bar. Great player, but wow, torments my soul to this day. Even if I'm in the same room and someone mentions his name, my skin crawls. I'm sorry. It's just PTSD all over again. With Jacob Laven in the other second row position, with James Fisher-Harris in Jackson Forward, playing his 100th NRL game. So shout out Jackson Forward. And Aaron Clark, another guy who's moved across from the Titans. And boy, oh boy, does he look good. Tell you what, don't the Titans just stink at bloody developing players? Tanner Boyd and Aaron Clark absolutely killing it over in the Wars. Much like what I said about KPP. Just goes to show you how how the environment and different coaching can just bring out the absolute best in players, hey? And these two guys are just exactly that. Now, this is where the battle is going to be well and truly won. This is by far the best forward pack we have gone up against. Compared to what we were up against the Seagulls, this pack is something else. Something else. They are seriously, they will just weather so much pressure and momentum swings. It doesn't matter. They just absorb it, stay in the grind, and they'll just take the legs out of us in the second half. We have to match the energy through the middle in the ruck. Because, yeah, with the big alpha dog, James Fisher-Harris, at the helm, yeah, if the Wires start getting a bit of a momentum, more and more momentum through the middle, unlike the Seagulls, they are really going to start laying it on us thick, and it can go downhill very quickly, especially when you've got like Tanner Boyd in the red-hot form he's in. I know the Seagulls halves really didn't throw much at us. Completely different scenario with the Wars. They are well and truly on the same page. Andrew Webster has just done a sensational job with this roster and playing some really exciting football compared to what the shitty Seagulls did under Anthony Seibold. It was absolutely putrid. So yeah, going to be really looking forward to see what Trey can bring to this team. I'm looking forward to the young calf taking it to the old bull. Trey Mooney and James Fisher-Harris going at it. Sign me up for that, please. And do you know what? I didn't give enough flowers on last show. Jacob Saifidi, I saw another guy on TikTok do a bit of a breakdown on Jacob Saifidi's stuff. And to be honest, I didn't really notice it. It went unnoticed to me, but boy, oh boy, he came up with some huge plays against Tommy Turbo. Some real good stuff in defense. Took Tommy out of the game with some absolutely big hits. So more and more of this energy that we were saying, Trey Mooney, the young pup, revitalizing Jacob Saifidi. I think we're loving for what we've seen from Jacob. We know it's in him. We know Jacob Saifidi has this in his game. We just didn't see it often enough. You know, both Safs, they're fucking elite. You know, when they play Origin, they fucking carve it up. They've never let Freddie down. Whenever they got called up for their state, they killed it. So let's hope that continues. Back home again, even more energy around the middle there. So it's going to go a long, long way. As I said, they're stacked in the forwards. So they're doing a really, really good job. We're going to have to really, really match that intensity with the Wars. All right, let's move across to the bench. Our boy, Tommy Cant. Matty Croker finds himself named on the bench. Could be a late change again. We'll wait and see. Pasami Solo, Francis Manulalua. He's a guy. We'll get to him in a second. Tyson Gamble, after a sensational game. I think he had 4 try assists in the New South Wales Cup game against the Seagulls at 4 Pines Park last week. He's been rewarded. He's thrust back into the onto the interchange with Harrison Graham after a great debut. Rounds out the interchange bench for the Knights. They're moving across to the Wars. We have Sam Healy, Dimitri Valmolga, Tanner Stower-Smith, old Cyrus the Virus. You remember him, Lou? One of the most terrifying looking men that I've ever seen on a team list photo.
That's all right.
Holy shit.
Well, we don't do photos anymore.
Oh, I've seen photos. Do you know what? Seriously, he looks like a lovely man when he's smiling, but he's fucking nightmare fuel when he's pissed off.
Yeah.
I don't know what that photographer said to him in that moment, but holy shit, he looked like he wanted to murder someone.
You got a better photo afterwards.
Oh, he certainly did, but yeah, still gives me chills thinking about that photo. Murata Nirakore, the guy that we were talking about, heavily linked to the club as well. He's named on the interchange bench after overcoming a calf injury. Morgan Gannon, now they've only named 5. Now, I don't know how this interchange rule works. They've only named 5, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to jump across to the Wars extended bench, and I did screenshot that earlier, if I can find it. This is another tune that I fucking hate how Apple do their photos. All right, they're the extended bench. They've got Cam Pereira, obviously another Gold Coast product coming across. Apologies if I get this name wrong. Iamira Maya Toava. Apologies if I got that one wrong. Eddie, Jack Cleary, and Mitch Barnett. So some big names there. Obviously, Mitch Barnett and Cam Pereira, some staples of the NRL. So I don't know. Maybe they can name 5 and they've got a few on the extended. I don't know how that works. I've went and checked everywhere. They've definitely only named 5, not 6. So must be a new rule. I don't quite I haven't quite wrapped my head around the ins and outs of this 6-man interchange bench thing. But look, I don't know a lot about their bench, if I'm going to be honest, apart from Tanner Stow-Smith being absolute fucking nightmare fuel in front of the camera when he wants to be. It's going to be interesting if Murata Nirakore gets the call up. Obviously, a guy that heavily linked us, so it's going to give us an opportunity to sort of see where he's at and his form and what he can bring to this team. Obviously, a versatile forward. What did I say about 150 odd NRL games, 29-year-old. So that'll be interesting there. Now, Guy, we're going to circle back to on our bench. Now, WA supporters, remember the name. Actually, a Kiwi-born product, Francis Manu-Leilua. Absolute weapon. Everyone, seriously, everyone is just sitting there, biding their time, waiting for this guy to take the field. He is an absolute gun. He's been named, I'm pretty sure, in every game. Yeah, he came over to Vegas. So he'll be chomping at the bits. I'm sure probably had we not had the injuries we did, he probably would have got a run last week. It was just unfortunate, obviously, with the big injuries to Dylan Brown and Kalen Ponga. Threw our interchange in that fucking rotation completely out the window. So if I'm a betting man, I reckon he's going to get a run this week back home, and he is going to have some highlights. This guy is seriously something to behold. So sucks for you, Warrior supporters. If he is going to cut loose, he's going to cut loose on you guys first, and you'll remember the name. He's a really good one. So thank you very much for him. Young guy. Loves our content too. Gets around the content. So thank you, Francis. Seriously. But yeah, I know there's more and more comments. I don't think I've seen this much hype for a guy that hasn't made his debut yet. Everyone is just so excited to see this guy unleashed. So, hopefully, fingers crossed, Battlers, we get to witness that on the Knights Watch this weekend. But yeah, Battlers, circling back to what I was saying before, the Wars, I think they're kind of, and a lot of their supporters are probably in the same boat as we are, thinking they're a little bit surprised. They're a little bit like, oh, wow, holy shit, like to beat the teams that they did in the fashion that they did. Very similar circumstances to us. I know they've beaten far better quality teams. I understand that. But as I said, this is a team that can absolutely take a pounding, absorb all that pressure and grind, and they just stick at it. They're all about that war of attrition, completely and utterly different to the Seagulls. They love the chaotic mess. No cohesion whatsoever. Well, Andrew Webster, he's brought that Panther sister over with him. And I tell you what, it's looking fucking good. I can see why the WA supporters are getting pumped. They are really getting pumped. They're in for a big, big year. So this is going to be a really good litmus test for us. It just sucks. We've got the big injuries out. But you know what? Glass half full, it's going to test our depth. And we've been really, really stoic. And I think we've been pretty proud of the performances that we've seen in the small sample size we've had from some of these younger guys coming through and thrust into these games under these tough circumstances as well. So it's going to be good. It's going to be good. The Wars, they've got their injuries too. So injuries really shouldn't be any excuse for either team. Let's just go at it. We shouldn't be coming at this and go, we only lost because we don't have KP and Brown. Well, I'll tell you what, the Wars have got just as many out as well. So this is kind of a pretty level playing field. So it's going to be nice. It's going to be nice. I hope we do get the win. I love you, WA supporters, but you got us both times last year. Obviously in Christchurch, I was very thankful to go to that game. You completely creamed us there in our beautiful Anzac jerseys. And then obviously the mining round, you absolutely, you broke our spirit. Seriously, that game, you can pinpoint. What's that Simpsons meme? You can pinpoint the moment his heart breaks.
Yeah, that's it. Watch this, Lise. You can pinpoint the second his heart rips in half.
That was Lekia Haliasima and the Newcastle Knights. Like, seriously, that try was the death knell in our season. We never recovered from that. Honestly, that's what happened. So, anyways, we still love you, WA supporters. We still love you. I love WA supporters more than I hate Broncos. And that is honestly the biggest compliment I could ever pay someone. There you go. Put that on a Valentine's. That should have been your Valentine's Day card, Lou. That's huge. I hate the Broncos. So that means a lot, WA supporters. All right. Seriously, give me a 5-star review for just saying that. All right. But yeah, what are the Battlers saying? Give me a little bit of feedback. What are they talking about? Because we haven't got some United news. I want to keep this going a little bit before I go jump on into actually, before I do that, I'd completely missed this. Sorry, our great mates at Metal Man. battle player matchup. So I got so excited. Now, there they are, because every battle deserves its medal. Even if the NRL refuses to hand out the most brutal tackle of the night, well, I tell you what, at Medal Man, they specialize in high quality custom medals and awards for sporting clubs with competitive pricing, fast turnarounds, and friendly local service. From junior carnivals to grand finals, they help recognize every single achievement in style, baby. The Medal Man, where every win deserves recognition. And I tell you what, as I said, go check out their content at the Medal Man. These are the guys that make the Danny Badiris medal, and they do a ton of other stuff for the NRL. Super high quality gear. All right. Jacob Saifidi knows what's that about. One of those hanging around his neck. Dane Gagai knows what that's about. All right. Seriously, if it's good enough for those boys, it's goddamn good enough for you. Go check out the Medal Man. Great brand new sponsors. We're going to be doing so much cool stuff with them. It's a kind of to allude to on the other show. We're working on a bit of something pretty goddamn cool. So keep your eyes peeled. Mad love to the Medal Man. Yeah, what are the battlers saying? Sorry.
Harry said Lecker Gonoreka.
Oh, I was waiting for it. They're just going to taunt me that for the rest of my goddamn life. Seriously, that was honestly one of the most viral clips of all time. I don't think I've ever stormed off a live stream before. I nearly did it in the 2024 final against the Cowboys when Dane Gagai dropped that ball and we should have won that game, but wasn't to be. But fuck, that one broke me. That one really broke me. It really did.
Jacko said when you asked, I don't know if you asked supporters a surprise, he said, surprise, we're in shock.
Yeah, well, mate, kudos to you. And maybe you shouldn't be. Maybe it's a little bit like us, where people's thinking, oh, the Knights are going to be spoon contenders, which I thought was absolutely absurd. I thought that was absolute crazy talk. And that's not just me being one-eyed. I'm being genuine. I was shocked that people think that we're going to win the spoon again, given the caliber in our roster. I thought it was absolute crazy talk. You know, in hindsight, you look at the team that you got and the coach that you got, more importantly, bruh, you guys are set. You guys are laughing, especially when you get those names back. You're cooking, bruh. Any other Kiwi chat?
Casual Joyce said Warriors bench looking good.
Yeah. Oh, they're stacked everywhere. They've got a really good roster, the Wars. You know, they, as I said, they absorb all that pressure, get in the grind. It doesn't matter really who's in the middle there. Obviously, James Fisher-Harris, being the big alpha dog in that. Everyone's buying in. Everyone's buying into the system. That's what good teams do, what good coaches do. They all buy in, and you can see that with the Wars. So they're going to be on. They're going to be very hard to derail, where other teams, like I was saying, that's what we were so proud with at our team, that we overcome adversity and we didn't let that derail our second half. The Wars are the same. They're in the same boat, and they've continued to put on really good performances. It's just now the big test for them. Can they do it away from home? And it's going to be hard. It's going to be hard at Newcastle. You know, the energy, it's going to be absolutely pumping. But they're going to want to be trying to take the energy out of that crowd quick smart. So we've got to match it with them real quick. All right, let's do it. Let's do it, Lou. Hit it. Time for some burning questions. Oh, fuck, man. I'm so busy glazing the Wars. Oh, my God, I'm out of form. Jeez, I hope the boys are in better form than I am. Jeez, I'm forgetting ad reads and everything.
Who's the one with the head cold?
I'm too busy glazing the Wars. I'm swear there's going to be some listeners going, Link, seriously, stop it. Stop talking them up. You put me off my game. Oh, my God. Of course, my lock it ins. All right, lock it in this week, guys. Fletcher Sharpe, 2 tries. As I said before, 13 tries in 11 games at McDonald Jones Stadium. Hook that into my veins. Thank you very much. Bradman Best, 8 tackle breaks. Nice, beautiful early ball. That left edge is going to be absolutely cooking. It's going to be very interesting to sort of see which side Sandon and Fletch play. How that's going to work, that dynamic. But regardless, get Brady in for 8 of the best big tackle breaks there. I've got the Knights completing at 80%. I think the weather conditions are going to be beautiful for some fast football. So lock us in. If for any chance, we're going to at least get 80. We can't go dip any lower. This Warriors team's too good. I've got the Knights with 15 offloads. Keep them coming. I was loving that. I know there was plenty of comments on last week's show about keeping the ball alive through the middle. Loved every bit of that. that game script and the playbook now, oh my God, isn't it a complete 180 to what we've been seeing in the latter parts of the last couple of years? So, yep, lock me in for that. I got Knights 1-12. Sorry, Waz. It's going to be a tight one. We're not going to blow you out of the park. I think it's going to be a tight one, and I got the Knights winning both halves. So let's do that. We're going to hang on. We're going to get the lead, and we're going to hang on to the Waz. So sorry about that. But what have the battlers got, Lou? What are their lock-it-ins? All right, Christopher. What do you got, brother? He's got Lucas, anytime try scorer. I would love to see him be rewarded with one. Smith, 2 try assists. Oh, hook that into my veins. He's got 40 to 45 tackle breaks for the Newcastle Knights. I think we've got 42 against the Seagulls, and they think I got like 10 or 11. They were poor as. So, yeah, completing that would be beautiful. Was to complete at 75%. Knights 1-12. Love it. Knights to score first. Oh, yeah. All right, lovely. What else we got? All right, Carly. Both mullets score a try. Ooh, that'd be a really nice bet, actually. Wonder what that's paying. Knights 1-12. Fuck yeah, Carly. Loving that. Yeah, that's a good bet. I'm going to have a look at that, actually. Jake, big dog. Knights 1-12. Sharpe anytime. Marzu anytime. That's going to have to be suspended betting, I think. Seriously, if Greggy Marzu comes out with those braids, look out. Look out. What else we got, Luke? Tompy. Good seeing you over in Vegas again, Tompy. All right, what do we got? Fletcher Hunt, anytime try scorer. Fletcher Hunt, anytime try scorer. So both the Mullet brothers, they're going to go in. The Knights are complete between 75 and 80%. Yeah, we're going to need to at least do that. Force 1-2 dropouts, liking that as well. Put Tane Tuapiki under all kinds of pressure there. Liking that. Knights to score first and last. Knights first team to score 3 tries. Boom. Lock that in. I will take that. Thank you very, very much. Jacko, last 13 plus. And no, I ain't sorry about it. Good. You're lucky I'm a good sport, Jacko. Lock it in. Dom Young, another double. Oh, and I'll tell you what, wasn't Sandon Pang trying to get him a triple? So, yeah, I think Sandon's liking that right a little bit. So, you might be onto something there. Trey Mooney to put on 2 big hits on Tanner Boyd. Ooh, going to go hunting. Well, he's the big enforcer in the pack now. So, yeah, the Wars are going to have to be protecting their boy Tanner. So, I like that one. When we do win, we do it. What was that? Sorry? Oh, we do the shush back to the Warriors, of course. Yes, we're getting the throwbacks to Lecky Haliasima doing that to the crowd, of course. Trey Mooney, anytime try scorer. Knights 13 plus. Laurie, woo! I'll take that, Laurie. Casual Joys last 13 plus. They're in here. I knew you guys would be in here. You can't resist it. The content's too good. The content's too good. All right, let's take one more. What have we got? Bailey Kelly, Knights 1-12. Fletcher Sharpe, double. Yes, please. Dominic Young, anytime try scorer. And DWZ, yeah, great finisher of the ball. He is. Knights race to 12 points. Game to go into extra time. Oh, I hadn't even considered.
I did see a comment earlier saying I think it's going to be Golden Point.
Oh, wow. That'll set the script. Back home at Mac Jones. We've already had, we already had, is it 2 or 3 games already in the early stage of this competition that have gone to Golden Point? Am I remember correctly? But anyways, wow. Well, that'd be nice. That'd be nice to take the Wales all the way to Golden Point. That would be a great litmus test for us. Good stuff. All right. How did I nearly forget one of the best segments of the show? Seriously. Bit out of form, battlers. It's only our 3rd week, and I've still got the bit of the Vegas about me. So forgive me there. All right, let's do it, Luke. Hit it.
Burning questions.
All right, battlers, time to extinguish some of your burning questions, brought to you by our good mates at Get Out Alive Fire Safety Training. Now, if you do not want to be caught with your pants down in a do or die situation, I'll tell you what, you want to get in touch with Get Out Alive Fire Safety Training for your training, your plans, your procedures, all right? They're going to get you on board and they're going to get you sorted out. Because if you do not learn, battlers, you will burn. All right, what have we got, Luke? Hit me.
All right, Biggins has asked thoughts on our trainers leaving wounded Fletch in round 1 and Ponga round 2 on the field.
Yeah, the round 1 obviously was not great because we obviously let that try in directly afterward, which wasn't great. Yeah, I don't know. I'm obviously no physio. Hammies, I imagine, would be pretty hard to diagnose, wouldn't they? Because I think with hamstrings, they can either be like literally nothing or can be really severe. They can certainly be the most innocuous injury and look like nothing but the severity, like what we saw from Kalen. We're all kind of going, oh, is it just a little bit of a something he'll come good? Because like Matty Burton's looked way worse in trials, and it looked like he wasn't going to even play in Vegas, and bang, there he is. He's looked much worse than Kalen's did. So I don't know. I imagine for physios, hammies are one of those really hard ones, and same with rehab. They're just that shitty soft tissue injury. Yeah, the Fletch one, I think, because you can immediately see like he was hampered, and that's why the Cowboys identified him immediately and just ran at him. So it was pretty clear as day. He needed to go off. Hard to be super critical of the KP one, I guess, but yeah, is what it is there.
As Bailey said, I got a feeling it's going to go to Golden Point again, and Sanders Smith kicks it a penalty goal, 8 minutes into Golden Point.
Oh, super specific, but I love it. I love it. I can close my eyes and see Sandon just be championed off the
You're
field.
going to be dreaming of that now.
Yeah, I'll take that dream every day. Thank you very much. Oh, that's good. I'll take it. Break the Wars hearts. But yeah.
Brains asked, can you explain the new bench rules?
I'm not the man to ask. I'm still trying to wrap my head around it. If I'm going to be frank with you, I didn't even realize you could name 5 like the Wars have, and then I don't know, you must have later to fill that spot. I don't know. Maybe it's because of the injuries. I'm not sure, dude. I'm still trying to wrap my head around the whole scenario. I know now, and the Wars supporters would agree with this, given the injuries we have had. I think it has been vindicated, the 6-man interchange bench. I know prior to, I was against it because I kind of like the idea of, games can be won or lost with how you pick your bench and how you pick your rotation. But now with HIAs becoming a bigger and bigger thing, and, once you lose an outside back, it just throws the whole thing to shit, particularly if you lose a player under, if it's foul play or something, it just stings. So to carry those extra 2 guys and add a bit more versatility to your bench, I think's good. So I've got to sink my teeth into it, to be completely honest. I haven't wrapped my head really around the protocols in what you can and can't do with the 6-man bench. So bit of homework for me, battlers.
Dalton's got a hack for you, Lincoln.
Oh, what's the hack?
I absolutely can't stand the ads on KO when we pause it now since the update.
Yep.
Although I have noticed it doesn't happen when I use the app on my phone. Use the Apple TV to screen mirror. Just a little hack to analyze.
Ah, okay. Yeah, because that's a pain in the ass. That was one of my chew on that's was it last week's? It was last week's. Yeah, when you're pausing the TV to try and look at the shape and the structures of what's going on, and then they black the screen out like 1 second later and fucking throw an ad on there, and that's all you can see. Pisses me right off. All right, good to know, mate. Good to know. Thank you very much, Dalton. I'll take that on board, mate.
Christopher's asked, who is the Knights' breakout player this season?
Ooh, I love this question. I love this one, Chris. Do you know what? I think a big breakout player is going to be Francis. I really do. This guy has got something about him, bro. As I was saying before, not meaning to name drop, our boy KPP, he messaged me. He sent the message to me and goes, Link, this dude is the real deal. All right. We know KPP's the real deal. He knows a thing or two about playing the front row. I think Francis is going to be that guy. I just feel like he's going to be a guy, once he gets that sniff of first grade, it's going to be so hard not to have him in the team. So I think breakout kind of year, I'm going to go our boy Francis. I really am. Maybe a second, if I'm going to give away a second, I reckon Fletcher Hunt, because obviously if there's going to be this, if it's going to be 8 weeks, 2 months of football without Kalen Ponga, I think Fletcher Hunt could be another guy that really bursts onto the scene like Fletcher Sharpe did. I think we could be seeing another Fletcher breakout as well. So there's 2 for you, mate. You let me know. Comment away. Who's going to have a breakout season for the Knights?
Alex has asked, how will Marzu cope with Boyd's kicking game?
Well, to be honest, he kind of hasn't been put under the test too much. I've been surprised. Now, look, as I said before, Cowboys and the Seagulls, I think it's fair to say from what we've seen, they're not going to be a finals team. I think they're both going to be languishing at the bottom. Not going to be surprised at all if one or both of those coaches are sacked. They haven't really seemed to identify Greg Marzhew under the high ball, because obviously that was a huge criticism of Greg Marzhew last year. Teams towards the latter part of the year, they just went there, and they had so much joy going there. But I'm sure Justin Holbrook and the coaching staff have really identified that as a big problem. He looks great. I think the eye test from what we've seen from Greg Marzhew, he is looking like in peak form at the minute. Wait and see, because he hasn't really been tested yet, but he hasn't had this high caliber of half in red hot form as Tanner Boyd coming at him yet. So going to be a really good test. If we'll know early, I think we'll know early if Tanner's going to pull the trigger there and try and isolate Greggy Marzhew. We'll know pretty quick, mate. So let's just hope during the off season, he's really worked on his vertical jump and we've sorted that out, eh?
Pete's asked, how should we play to beat the Wars? Also, don't you think it was awesome how he went the whole first half without giving away any penalties?
That's a very good point. I didn't even realise that now I think back on that. Very valid point. Good on you, Pete. Yeah, truly. No, cool. How do we beat the Wars? We just got to keep playing the same brand of football. I think that's just the key, which is whatever we were doing with Kalen and Brown, just keep doing it. Honestly, just keep doing it. Now, look, I know we scored the 30 points in the first half, and we only managed 6 in the second, but I think there were signs, still some really good signs, that we were basically still playing the same brand of football. Like I was saying in Vegas, when did we look as pardon the pun, as sharp when Fletcher Sharpe went off the field in attack? No, we didn't. But we still managed to put 28 points on. You know, the same could be said when we played the Seagulls. But I think we still were watching the plays unfold and we were still like, well, the Knights haven't gone into their shell. We never looked like, okay, now we just need to protect the lead. We need to play conservative football. That didn't happen. We were still trying to go for it. We were still trying to, put them to the sword in that one last try to put it to an unfathomable lead for them to try and come back from, which was really pleasing. So I just think it's more of the same, mate. Just, that expansive playing that we've been doing. That's why Sandon picked up your Titanium Player of the Week, because he was just doing a sensational job at steering the team around. Put in a great kick there for Greg Marzhew's. No, it was Tyson Frizzell's try when he isolated Tommy Turbo. So much like what the previous question was about, is Greggy Marzhew going to be put under pressure? Well, Sandon Smith, clutch kicking. He did it to Tommy Turbo, one of the best, all right, and put it on an absolute dime for a runaway G train to put mad pressure on him and coughs it up. So, just keep doing what we're doing. Lean into it. Don't go conservative. How often have we been conservative? And we have yet to see that from the 2026 Newcastle Knights. So it's very pleasing to see. And I don't think we're going to see it at home.
Joshua said, I know it's only been 2 weeks, but is it just me or is Justin released the shackles that O'Brien seemed to put on our attack, especially kick chase and being able to attack kicks?
Oh, mate, you've hit the nail on the bloody head. Absolutely. It's undeniable. That's to say, this is just the stark contrast, the complete and utter 180 from what we saw in the last 18 months prior to Justin Holbrook to now. It's back to 2023 areas when Kalen was just in this sensational form and the whole team just, like 2009 Jared Hayne, it just, the momentum behind Kalen Pong and the rest of the team jumped on board, and it's going back to those areas. And the pleasing part is that back line is the same back line that we had then. It's exactly the same. Obviously, we've got no Lockie Fitz, Tyson Frizzell, obviously not on the edge anymore. But we've got 2 exciting young back rowers to plug in on those edges as well. Big Trey Mooney. We're all loving what we're seeing from our boy Trey. We've got a good one there. Jacob Saifidi, he's having a bit of a renaissance. He looks energized under the Justin Holbrook regime. Matty Croker, we all love what we saw from Matty Croker last year. The bench is looking great. Plenty to get excited about, even without the 2 big superstars there. I think it's looking good. The balance and the depth in the squad looks great. Great. And as I put out in the graphic, it was today or last night, whatever it was, about Sandon Smith. Like Sandon Smith, what an absolute critical signing he has been to our club. Like, could you imagine had we not have signed Sand on at this point? Got an out-and-out 7 with mad versatility, plugging in and doing a great job thus far. So, it's looking good, mate. It's looking good. Very exciting times for the Newcastle Knights. I'm so excited to see where we're at. This is a really good test, a really good team, I think, where we're at the moment to go against. We've sort of got all the rust off us. The execution's still looking really good. But to go against a team that's let's be honest, they're probably going to be top 4. I would lock in. They're probably going to be a top 4 team, the Waz. They're certainly going to be top 8 to see what they're going to be doing. I think it's a really good matchup this week. Going to be exciting to see what both teams dish up.
Casual Joy said, I can handle losing to Newcastle.
Oh,
Jacko said, I can't, Joy, not this year.
Maybe you wouldn't be able to handle the losing us last year because we weren't very good. But this year, I don't know. Might be, it's not too bad, I don't think, to lose to the Newcastle Knights of 2026, mate. But
I have one more question.
All right, one more. Last one. Hit me with it.
From Rebecca.
Yep.
What is your opinion on Manly supporters?
Oh, to be honest, I don't kind of know a lot of Manly supporters. I've got a couple in the family. They're not super obnoxious. I really don't have much to do with them, to be fair, not like I do with like Bronco supporters being up here in Southeast Queensland. Don't know. That's a very good call. I personally dislike the Sea Eagles just because I respect the rivalry we once had, and I want to treasure that rivalry. And we don't have another rivalry. We really don't. So, yeah, that's why I kind of double down on the hatred. I'm just bought into it. I've heard enough and seen enough, and I think it was the disrespect Manly showed us when we entered the competition. And as I said, stemming way back, all right, to that very first game we ever played, the preseason 1988 Herald Cup against the minor premiers, reigning premiers, that won it in 87 against Manly. Stacked team, fully stacked team. And yeah, they come to town thinking they're just going to roll us. We beat them, baby. Beat them. So, yeah.
Laurie said, I just love seeing Broncos 0-2 at home.
Oh, I'm with you. It's good stuff. I think it's going to be 3. I think the Storm are going to absolutely roll the shit out of them. It's going to be good stuff. Mitchy Barnett's just sitting there thinking, what have I done? What have I done? Anyways, still love you, Mitch. Anyways, for the next 9 months. And then you're my enemy. Anyways, good stuff, battlers. Good stuff. Great show. Sorry, I was a bit all over the place. Get really excited against the Wars game. But anyways, battlers, if you haven't done so already, please, make sure you go like, follow, subscribe The United on all social media platforms. We're really trying to get these YouTube numbers bumped up. They're starting to creep up, which is very encouraging. And we were saying this before. I swear New Zealanders get around YouTube more than Australians. These episodes we ever do with the Wars, they go fucking ballistic. They do massive numbers. Right?
Yeah, absolutely.
So get around it. So appreciate that, guys. Go and if you haven't done so already, leave us a 5-star review. I'm sick of telling you to go do that. But yeah, battlers, we will be coming to you live right here from the bar for the Knights Watch. All right. If you are a WAR supporter, you are welcome. All right. We're all friends here. It's all friendly. All right. Jump on in. So yeah, we'll be doing that. Hopefully watching a very good game of football. But yeah, that'll about do us, battlers. We're going to get the Adam O'Brien out of here. We'll see you on the Knights Watch this weekend.